Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Welcome to your daily pop of positivity for Friday, October 2nd. You'll be probably viewing some of you tonight on the October 1st full moon. And I have to say, it's such a radiant, benevolent kind of energy where, of course, we have the Aries energy in that. So it's about accomplishment, achieving, activeness, but it's very kind of like ambrosial and seductive into really using your five senses and all your creativity. It's really artistic and a great auspicious moon because we're really traveling into our highest potential, which is really nice. So I got all my Halloween decks out. I'm so excited, or anything that's just kind of fun and focused like that. I love the Lucy Cavendish cards. I think they're so great. So the first card that came up was Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. This is to remind ourselves, hey, let's slow this rat race down. We are not put on this earth to just go and achieve and achieve and achieve and make money and eat and sleep and do the same thing the next day. It's about tapping into all this generous, warm energy that's out there. Look for things that make us glow and be happy and, make us feel hearty and tantalize us. Like we're excited about things, right? I usually will pull something out like a design or something, or a template or something that I want to create for the day. And then I'll allocate a day where I'm like, you just get this day to just search for these materials and resources. And it feels really good. And that's my kind of treat where I can go out and get more artistic resources to use, more beads, more cool wire, fun things to dress the sets with. Like I remember when I got this some time ago, I think I was in Home Goods, and I just wanted pretty autumnal stuff to design the sets in the house with. And years ago, the first thing that I found there as well was I almost forgot Edward's name. Edward, my beautiful skeleton, was silver in the pretty glass orb. And I remember just thinking, these days are great where you just go out with no clear design in mind, but you just go out and you participate in the day with no expectation, and you just go and you look for things, it's blissful, things that captivate us and catch our fancy. And that's the sort of energy of today where we realize it's time for a treat, whether it's that best latte with a great pumpkin spice muffin or something like that where you just feel really good. Indulging a little bit with yourself. Now, I love a beautiful little worm because it's saying take care of yourself. Now, we have all kinds of very, very important incentives why we need to take care of ourselves. It is all deeply connected, our emotional, our physical, our spiritual, all of that. And it impacts one another, right? Our thoughts impact our moods, which impact our actions, right? So we can easily talk ourselves into, let's get a little bit of exercise. We'll go for a walk in a beautiful, rich environment where, pretty soon the fall leaves will be changing, all of that. We create an atmosphere for ourselves that entices us to do the next best thing. Very easy to do that. I'll picture a delicious ice cold fruit salad, and instead of, those suggestive, annoying commercials to go get pizza, to go get fast food and all of that. I'm like, how do you feel 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes after you eat that food? Not great, right? But after you have a really cold, beautiful smoothie or fresh fruit salad, you feel better and revitalized, right? I like the half empty tank, half full tank mentality, that when I eat and I'm not full, I feel good because I could still do something. I remember when my kids were young, I would always do that because I thought I'm going to have to chase and run after them on the beach and they're going to be doing crazy things. So if I'm full, I'm not going to be able to move quickly. I still kind of live with that tendency. Hey, if somebody said, do you want to go for a walk? I'm not going to be sluggish because I overindulge. So we're taking care of ourselves. Also our mental selves, our mental health, by not being around people, not being in environments, not being around things that stimulate us in the wrong direction, that create aggravation or tension, right? Totally avoiding that. So do your best to do that. If you see workmates coming up and, they're passive aggressive or whatever, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking down at something very interesting on my phone. I'm not going to make eye contact or initiate a conversation with that person because their energy blows. All of those things, just steering clear of anything that brings aggravation, because that's going to protect your mental state, and then you're free to concentrate on things that you derive pleasure and balance and peacefulness from. It's all about protection there. And I love this, a twist in the tale, the unexpected, a change you did not see coming. I feel like this is fortuitous and a good mood. I feel like this I feel like this full moon is directing us in these new directions that we didn't think we were capable of going in, and stretching and all of that new optimistic pursuits. Okay, we're going to do things that are nurturing to us, that bring us that precious peace of mind, right? And to know you're qualified to step into any rewarding endeavor you want. I'm so tired of people thinking they need to be certified or signed, sealed, delivered, and stamped to say that they know something. More often than not, if something is in a very structured teaching plan, everybody comes out with a generic sort of look at and perspective of something, right? That's why I love people that decide to self-teach. They are doing it, A, because they're interested in really loving it, otherwise they wouldn't bother, right? And B, they get their own original take and education on it. That's why I love for people to just get those books, get those courses, and take it in how you see it, and then ask the experts for further explanation if you don't quite have a full concept of the idea. And I feel like that's something that's coming in for some of you guys. You're going to get these offers and opportunities that you're like, wow, this is going to be a cool adventure. I didn't think, I was on the lookout for this, but this is awesome. Like, this is substantial fun. This is really cool. And I feel like it's going to bring a lot of vibrancy and versatility into your day that make you feel good. It's definitely time for prosperity and productivity, because this Aries energy is profoundly awesome at doing this for us. But it definitely also talks about watching out for aggression, because Aries is so supercharged that sometimes it can tend to trample over people's feelings. So assertive is different from aggressive. So as soon as you see yourself pushing a little bit too far, like I myself, my one thing is my area of, if my work is really, like today is a very busy day, full moons are, I have lots of personal readings and things of that nature. So if somebody comes in, I have to kind of acclimate to their energy. I have two teenagers, and they sometimes vie for my attention, or they want rides or food or whatever is going on, and I have to be careful to just assert myself and say, listen, my schedule is full until 4 p.m. I really need the time to do this. Please don't invade this space, because I'll be filming, so on and so forth. And that's it. You don't have to be like, get away from me or any of that. And people are so indoctrinated to just lash out when they need time and space to themselves, as opposed to being higher like vibrational about it, but like just saying, listen, I really need this time, and I need to take this opportunity to get my work done, in daylight, whatever it is, and I really appreciate it. And and oftentimes I reward good behavior for that, with treats. Like when I woke up, I'm happy to go on Grubhub and get people food and just let them be on their merry way. I'm lucky I don't have praise be to all you readers and vloggers and bloggers and workers that have toddlers, because I remember when I had toddlers, and to try to work around that and and keep them accommodated and happy and get the attention they need and get your work done. So blessings to you guys. But I love this, really a really cool unexpected change, and not in a bad way. I feel like it might be all of a sudden you have your hands on real estate that you were thinking about, and boom, that house, that real estate, that plot of land is yours. This job opportunity is coming in, whatever it is. It's a nice turning of the luck chart, where it's now coming in your way. And I feel like you feel more aware and awake of what not to do anymore. It's almost like you're superimposing these good new behaviors on top of what used to just be mundane or just get you through or commonplace. You're tired of that. You really want to stretch, and your new perspective is that I can have, do, and be anything I want, but I do need to have a little focus and intention and follow through with that. And I realized if I'm sitting on Instagram for 5 hours, that's not going to get done. If I'm watching Netflix for 6 hours, that's not going to get done. So you're implementing these little changes, because there's a lot of squares that are happening in astrological charting right now, and these squares are steps. So you're stepping each day, new incline, new view, new perspective. I can do this. This is not hard to grasp. And I realize I feel better when I do this. A, eat better. B, sleep better. C, hold my power by not lashing out and becoming aggressive or defensive. Things of that nature. And also when I'm at work, that I prioritize things and I don't get distracted by what anybody else is doing. I'm in my lane and beautifully just humming along. So that's the energy for today. And I wanted to quickly show you guys what my card was. I definitely feel like on the full moon, you should pull an oracle card that helps you. And this, no kidding, this came up for me. And who came and trotted right next to me but Moonbeams, and sat right by my chair and started rubbing up against it. I'm outside. And then I heard a crow cawing, and he sat right on the fence right next to me. So to the right, I had a black cat, and to the left, I had a